Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Baldur's Gate 3's hotfix number 33 just dropped, or should I say Expedition 33, because unfortunately mods have broke, and I'll be breaking down all the updates in this video. Now, one of the most exciting things for some people is that Shadowheart will no longer look like this. So there was that bug that happened, and they've fixed it like 100 times now, where the character portraits here, whenever you leveled up a character, they would sometimes look like that. No longer will they do that, and I hope that it does get reverted back, because it's one of my favorite bugs in this game. Maybe there'll be a mod that changes it back, but yeah. No longer have to have them staring at our character like this, but I'm going to be breaking down all the updates here. Now, there's some pretty big ones for controller players in particular. Previously, the radial wheel would cause a massive amount of lag if you were to select a character like in combat or something like that. This has now been corrected, which is nice. There was a workaround I was sharing with some people, but glad that this was corrected. But hello friends, how art thou? Well, patch 8 may have been the last major game update as we head into development on our next game. So excited for that. We're still keen to help you with the best experience in Baldur's Gate 3 while we're still fixing things, although more cold than hot. Today's hotfix introduces some fixes for some game crashes that have been plaguing us. One thing that I did notice is performance has actually gotten a lot better on PC. I've never really had performance issues in Baldur's Gate 3, but I'm hitting more frame rate than higher frame rate than I've ever had before, which is just awesome to see. But there are also good news here for modders in today's update. If you've been struggling to publish larger mods and run into a task that's canceled, this is now fixed. So hey, I love mods in this game, as you guys know, so this is just nice to see. Fixes. They updated a link to the EULA with navigate with their fan content policy. You can check that out there if you're curious. With modding, we increased the timeout when trying to publish large mods. Now, this is something I want to talk about too for those that are downloading mods. If you find that it's been canceled or just not going through, sometimes you do have to download it multiple times. This is most notably happening on face mods or any other mod that I've seen over 200 megabytes. Now, if you're having issues with that, you may have to try downloading it a few times. Things like Tav's Hair Salon or any of the massive face mods, those typically have that issue. So I guess in the opposite end of things, most of the people that watch this are downloading mods. You may have issues with that. It may require you to download it a few times, and hopefully that corrects it, or try again at a different time. Crashes and performance. Now, this actually changed a few different things here. So, fix a potential crash when using the set slot option in the radial menu. This was happening on PC. That's why I typically don't use any type of controller when I'm playing on PC, and only when I play on my PlayStation. Fix a potential crash related to combat. Pretty vague, but nice that they fixed that. Fix a crash that could occur when failing a particular Arcana check while in Moonrise Towers. I've heard a lot of people had issues with this. I didn't have any crashes, but I noticed it was kind of laggy with that, so maybe down to performance-based issues. Fix a bug causing the game to freeze when hovering over skills in the action radial menu. This is the one that was causing a lot of issues for people, so I'm glad to see that this is fixed. Improve some UI jitteriness on control when dropping below 75 frames. Most people that play, I guess everyone that plays on console is not going to hit that, so it's a PC-only fix. Fix a long freeze that could occur on Xbox when leveling up. I've heard about that, so that's nice it's fixed. Fix a potential crash related to the trade UI. Fix a potential crash in Xbox when resuming the game after suspending it. I've heard this one, and I think this was something they fixed in the past, but it's glad that that's working now. Fix a potential crash on the press A to continue screen on Xbox. Xbox getting a lot of updates here. And fix a bug preventing you from loading save games due to corrupted data. So yeah, that's actually something that I need to test out some of my old saves, because I've had issues where I've lost saves. Like I had one that I played on stream quite a bit with Gale Origin, and it's no longer accessible. The data was corrupted. I got multiple different error messages and nothing was working. So I'll be trying that out later. I have it saved on a USB drive. I typically remove any of the save files that have issues just for future testing purposes. But gameplay, fix a soft lock on split screen where player 2 disconnect while player 1 is in an active dice roll. Well, in dialogue, player 1 will get stuck in the dialogue. That's not often to happen, but I'm glad they fixed it. Fix a bug causing the lunar vitality condition to get repeatedly and rapidly added and removed to the characters in starry form. So that's nice to have that end up fixed, because new patch 8 subclasses. Fix a bug when causing the shadow curse condition to repeatedly be applied and removed when a druid uses their starry form as their only light source. So yeah, I guess this is something that I've seen a few people talking about, is the starry form druid and how it was causing issues in different areas of the game with just like kind of strobing. Now, another thing that people are talking about on Reddit, if you are epileptic, be careful while fighting Lyrthindor here, because this causes sometimes it to strobe out and cause flashing. This happened to me on one of my playthroughs, so I know other people are having issues with it. Just want to mention that there, as it could still be an issue going forward. Some people in the Baldur's Gate 3 subreddit were saying that it's still happening. So even after this hotfix that just happened a few hours ago, unfortunately. But fix the private dialogue on-off toggle during dialogues, but it wasn't working on multiplayer games using the controller UI. So it seems like a lot of controller UI fixes were made, and I think that that's why my favorite mod, WASD Movement, is broken right now, which we'll hopefully see a fix for. I'll get to that in a moment, though. This one is huge. Told the Dark Urge, everyone's favorite amnesiac, to stop talking about people back home. You don't know where that is yet, bestie. Avoid spoiling the game by mentioning their father, among other silly notions in their overhead dialogues. I've had multiple playthroughs where I'm on the Nautiloid, "Father, forgive me," or any of the lines where they talk about their father. How do you know that? Yeah, that's nice to see fixed, because, yeah, kind of spoilers. Fix the bug causing issues by the rage wild magic to remove themselves after level 9. Not a lot of people play the wild magic barbarian, so for those that do, that's a nice change. Fix the bug preventing the Hexblade warlocks from using the Accursed Spectre and the Armor of Hex's reaction after removing a polymorph condition. Now, this is something I want to just briefly touch on, because the Accursed Spectre has a hard time triggering, especially people that play warlocks. You know, Illithid abilities kind of go hand in hand there with an evil deity. So when the Call the Weak ability happens, it does not trigger the Accursed Spectre because it counts as damage causing the enemy to go down. Same thing as some additional damage riders. If you got additional certain types of damage on your attacks, sometimes it won't raise the Accursed Spectre. So I've had a lot of comments talking about this not triggering properly. There's a lot of reasons for it. It has to be with your Hex weapon attacking the enemy to take them out and get that Accursed Spectre to raise. Crawling Claws, Necrotic Claws now only does additional damage on hit and not on miss. And fix a rare bug that would block mouse input after dialogue. Rare, I actually oddly enough had this. You had to, for me, it was spamming the escape key and then backing out of the game. That ended up working. Fix an issue preventing you from sending game invites or joining a cross-play lobby via the Xbox guide. And fix a bug preventing you from joining a platform lobby via your platform after playing a cross-play save. So that's nice, just more fixes there. Photo mode. Fix the highlight setting not working on controller. It's good. Love photo mode. Feel free to send any of your photos that you've taken in Baldur's Gate 3 to my Discord server. Links in the description there. UI and tooltips fix, possibly this time, maybe really, the weird character portraits. I really hope that this one doesn't get fixed. Again, it's hilarious seeing things like this and this on the character screen. I'm just going to use animals. Don't want to make fun of anyone. Person's appearances. But yeah, I really hope that this one doesn't go away, or some modder can recreate this, because it's one of my favorites. Seeing Astarion just look into the camera, or Shadowheart look into the camera hilariously, I just love it. So hopefully this doesn't get fixed. Fix a typo in the Giant's Rage condition tooltip that indicated the wrong damage bonus. The scroll bar on the mod details page in the mod browser no longer moves at a snail's pace when you're using a controller. Yeah, that's something I've always noticed when I play on PlayStation. Why is it so slow? That's great. Especially on some modders, hats off to them, put a lot of detail into their mod description, so no longer will you have to slowly go through all that to get to the good, juicy information. Fix the missing icons for certain Bardic Inspiration passes. Fix the donate UI, consumable items not letting you donate stacked items. Art and animations, the Gloves of Power, this is a funny one, no longer gets all stretchy looking when worn by male dwarves who have the chain shirt +1 equipped, so no longer can you do the Mr. Fantastic stretchy arms. And recover to help animation for Ranger's companions. So yeah, overall some pretty great changes there. One thing though, the WASD movement by Chanky here is unfortunately not working at the current moment. So if you go into the post, there's people commenting about it. So hopefully we'll see an update to that soon, because I can't go without it. I just don't love to click to move around once I've gotten used to the WASD movement and just walking with your character like that. It makes it a whole new game. As a big fan of Dragon Age Origins, that's just how that game played, and I loved it. So hopefully we'll see a fix to that as well. We also have the Custom Companions mod not currently working, so that will likely get updated at a certain time. Not sure what's causing some of these mods to break, but something like when patch 8 dropped and the visible shields no longer works. Anything UI related may have some issues too, because they did do some changes related to UI, especially on PlayStation. So if you have issues with your mods, please leave a comment below, and I'll try to do my best to investigate and see if there's any possible fixes, and I'll leave a comment back as soon as possible. But yeah, that is Hotfix, or Lukewarm room temperature fix number 33. Pretty good list of changes here, but I'm always glad to see Larian updating their games, and I'm looking forward to Larian's next game. So let me know what your favorite class or mod is in Baldur's Gate 3 in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. Hope you have a great day, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.